Now, if you guys were here for the first live, you saw what I was doing. For the people that didn't get to see the last live, it is posted, so it's just loading right now. So I didn't want this to be too long of a video. I wanted it to be, somewhat two-parter. So this is what we're gonna do now. I guess it's called a cheesecloth. That's what I'm gonna do. There's some apples in there. Trying to fit as many apples in there as possible. Because at the end, I don't want to just be picking apples out of it. These things can stretch. Alright. Send that down to the send. I think I have some cinnamon in here. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Where's the cinnamon? I know I have some cinnamon. This one is here. I think it's the other spice. Cinnamon. New subscriber. Heck yeah. Look at that. What's up? Get some of that brown sugar. Get some of that in here. Thank you for the sub. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm making beer for the beer channel. I'm making an apple beer. Ooh, that's a big old chunk. There we go. That's pretty much all I need. Don't want it to be too sweet. From Philippines. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. We got some of this molasses. Got a half a cup. I might not have one of those things in here. Guess if you can't clean it, put it in. There we go. That's all the molasses right there. So that was a half a cup of molasses. And now half a cup of corn syrup. Light corn syrup. Not too heavy, I guess. Salt, vanilla. Sugars, 10 grams. Okay. Now the sugar is kind of cooking food or making beer. I'm making beer. That is exactly what I'm doing. I put the hops that came with the kit in, and I also put some of the fresh hops that I had bought from Amazon, I think, a year ago. It's just been in the freezer to keep them fresh. And the stuff that I'm using right now is just for the brewing process, kind of like a lot of beer companies do. It's just for the brewing process. I got apples in here too. Yeah, this is the part 2 to this live. I did one earlier. Shows basically everything I need to do for the brewing process. I did make a new koozie though. Beer guy. Woo! Miller Lite. I wish Miller Lite would make like a flavored one. I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, there's Keystone Apple now, Bush Apple. Although I really like the Bush Peach. What does it smell like? Woo! It's steamy. It actually smells pretty good. It has a good sweet aroma to it. But you also get kind of that beer smell too. It's nice. I cut up 3 apples and put them into one of these cheese bag things or whatever. So right now that's what I'm stirring up. But what I like about using fresh hops is when they rehydrate. Look at that. Ooh, that was hot. I just wonder how it's gonna taste after. Although I gotta save some of this before I put yeast in it because I have a new hydrometer coming tomorrow because I accidentally broke the one that I was gonna use today, so I had to order one immediately. So it'll be here tomorrow. And I'll be able to test the gravity it before the yeast hits it. But I mean, regardless, you can't put the when you pour it into the thing, you can't pour it back into the batch because it's even though it's cleaned, they recommend not doing that. So just check the gravity of it beforehand. See how much alcohol is in it, how much sugars. But, that smells good though. Excuse me. All right, and put the rest of these in there. Get all of them. This is probably going to taste a pretty hoppy. But I want that beer with that taste, you know, that flavor. Not just a beer taste, but like a different flavor. And what I like about making my own beer is because it's a beer that nobody's really ever tasted before. Like, oh yeah, I've tasted that. I've made that before. Yeah, I highly doubt that you've made this beer before. Because this isn't everything that's in the kit. I guess I probably should have put those in that. Oh well. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I don't think so. I think I used all the ingredients. Sugars are in that. Sodium, 5 milligrams. She was speaking like that. She was speaking like that. Oh, sorry for interrupting. It's like you're not interrupting. Hello. Whew. Smells really good, actually. Smells like cinnamon apples. I guess just let that boil. What's good, everybody? Oh, it's over here. I guess just throw all this stuff away. Delicious. Alright. So I gotta order some more of this stuff so that way I can make another batch. To the person that said hi, how are you guys? If you guys aren't subscribed, definitely subscribe. Right now, I'm in the process of making beer. Ooh, that was a little aggressive. Oh. We're gonna let this simmer for a little bit. What's good, everybody? Cheers. Wow, went from 23 to 11. You guys want to see more things like this, like me brewing beer and all that, and you want to learn more about it, definitely subscribe. I'll make some videos and all that. I'll order some more ingredients, and I'll make some more beer for you guys. And it's an apple beer, so if you guys put in the comments on the actual live video, this will be posted. I'll let you guys decide the name when I do the review on it. But it is going to be an apple beer, so. I'm going to go grab another beer. Closer up. So I'm going to keep an eye on this and keep an eye on you guys too. What's good, everybody? Thank you guys for joining. If you guys haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. In the process of making beer. It's an apple beer. So if you guys subscribe, you guys should go to the video because this is part 2 of the live. So I didn't want it to go too long. So if you guys see the first video, the first live, definitely put in the comments what you guys want the beer to be, like name-wise. If you guys put a name in there for the beer, the one that I like the most will probably win. So, and it all depends on what it tastes like too. So, oh man, this is definitely looking. Oh man, it smells so good. And I kind of want to just drink it now. I mean, you technically can take a sip out of it to see what it tastes like before it starts fermenting. I don't recommend doing it while it's boiling hot. Where are those tongs? Over there. The apples definitely shrank a little bit. Look at this. Ooh. The apples are in this. Yeah. That's what you call a cheesecloth. Or they call it something else too. But I use it for like, dang, I just touched my glasses. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good tasting beer. I really hope. I mean, I've had some hits and misses with beer. Like I had made a beer one time. Perfect. I followed the instructions, everything. My first time making it. You know, it was a kit. Followed all the instructions. It kind of boiled over. But after 2 weeks, I checked the gravity of it. All right. There was alcohol in it. Just what I was rooting for. And I bottled it, let it carbonate. I let it sit for a while. And I poured it into a glass. Probably the best like body of it. You know, it was a beautiful beer. I tried it again. I accidentally made an IPA with ingredients that weren't even for an IPA, but and it came out to I think like 14%, which is pretty crazy because it was only supposed to be like 4.2%, but it came out to be 14. The third batch that I made, that was I don't know what happened with that. I think it may have been the water that I used. But yeah, it was not good. It tasted funky and it smelled like really bad. It was undrinkable. I still have some of them. I need to dump them and use the bottles over again. I saved some Guinness bottles, so that way I could just use those and recap them. But yeah, I like getting the green bottles because for some reason, I don't know if you guys have ever drinking out of like green bottles, like it just tastes better. For some reason, a green bottle just makes beer taste better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the color and all that, or like the light shining through it. You know, it tastes better. It's weird. Get all the apple flavoring I can get out of it. Because the natural sugars that are in the apples will feed that yeast really, really well. That yeast is really gonna like it. And I chose to do it now because usually I've done it like when it's like around winter time, and it's like the stupidest time to do it because you kind of want it to be warm in the room, not too warm, but just warm enough. And so I chose now because it's pretty much almost summer. Well, it's basically summer out here in Arizona, so it'll definitely help with the fermentation process. I remember when I was in high school, I was making vodka. Mom wasn't too happy about it, but kept me off the streets and everything, you know. So, and that came out actually really well. My still, I actually made that out of 2 Monster cans, some hot glue, and a tube that came down with a piece of ice, and it would just steam through. Now I have a teapot that I'm going to actually turn into an actual still and all that, and have it locked down so that way the only thing that can come out is steam and all that. So, but I'll probably do stuff like that outside. I'm not going to do that inside because if there is a chance that it explodes, at least it'll be outside, not inside, and then I got to mess to clean it. So. What's good, everybody? If you guys haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. I am in the process of making apple beer. Figured if all the other big companies can do it, I can do it. And actually, I have made an apple beer before. Which is weird, why it tasted like apples. Said it shouldn't have tasted like apples. It should have tasted like oranges because I used oranges. But it tasted like Busch apple. And actually, I did do a comparison with my home brew and Busch apple brew, and they tasted very similar. Except mine had more of a better apple taste than the Busch. So. But yeah. I do want to put a strainer in that bucket. Yeah. Like a very fine strainer. So that way when I pour it in, it'll be like bigger than the bucket, not bigger than the bucket, but the same size. It'll just go right into the strainer, and all the sediment just sits in the strainer, but it's still fermenting and turning into alcohol. It's just when you go to fill those bottles, it's like it sucks to have all that sediment at the bottom. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, this is just a process, I think it might be just about done. We're going to bring it to a boil one more time, just to really make sure the juice of the apples is really getting through. Then when we're done, we'll probably take a bite out of one of these apples, see how they taste. Probably going to be cinnamon apples. Wow. Oh yeah, there's cinnamon in here, along with some brown sugar. The yeast to have something to really, really go after and produce a pretty good beer. Yeah, I just don't want it to burn the beer, because you can burn the beer. You absolutely can. And you don't want to do that. That was almost fail. Everything at the bottom. Up. And the hops. At the bottom. Burning. Get everything stirred up. Sometimes I'll stir the pot for no reason. Kind of looking for that color. Just that nice light color of the beer. But I have a feeling it's going to be a darker beer. Just by looking at it, it's probably going to be a dark beer. I am going to add more distilled water to it, so I do have another jug of that, because it's going to go into a 5-gallon jug. It's just before I pour it in there, I have to cool this down. Yeah, it has to be at, I think 64 degrees. 64, 65 degrees, so before I pour it into the bucket. So what I'm actually going to do right now, while that's boiling, Got some good beer. Taking the apples out. I don't want that. Alright guys, so the sink, right there. Take this. Put it in there. We get ice. You want to cool that down. Now we just let that cool. I guess stay tuned for part 3. Alright? Y'all have a good day.